Hi guys, welcome to another Inkscape video tutorial in which we are going to learn how to add strokes to your objects. So one of the most basic kind of formatting in vector drawing is applying strokes to the objects. And in this video, we will look at how to do that and how to modify strokes in Inkscape. Here you can see in my screen I have a document and this consists of a single computer graphic and I would like to apply a border around it. It's also called a stroke. So to access the fill and stroke, so what I need to do is I'm going to go into the object, then fill and stroke. Fill, which we already covered in the previous video, so I'm going to just talk about the stroke paint here, which is the second option here. So right now, as you can see, there is no object selected. So it means there is no stroke selected right now. But if I'm going to select my graphic, so you can see all these options are turned on. And what I can do is if I want to have a flat color, I can choose from here. Or if I want to have different kind of gradients like linear gradient or radial gradient or mesh gradient, I can choose from here. Or if I want some kind of pattern, I can just choose from this option. And if I already have a stroke which is applied for some specific color and I want to make that as a swatch, by clicking here, I can make that as a swatch. And this is the another option, which is to unset paint. So it means like to make it undefined. So this is going to help a lot in terms of clone. So I'm going to explain this into the clone objects video. And these two options, which we already covered in the last video, even and odd rule and non-zero rule. Hi guys, sorry for distraction, but if you think my videos are helpful and if you are a serious Inkscape learner, then I'm gonna recommend you can go into the description of this video where you would find my course link where I have over 7 hours of Inkscape videos. In every video, I explain each and every individual tool with an example as well. Moreover, if you want to collaborate, if you have some kind of projects or assignment and you want to connect, feel free to contact me with my email, which is also given into the description. Thank you. Okay, so if I'm going to select my object and then I'm going to go to the stroke style. I'm going to go to the stroke style and I can choose the width. Let's say, and you can see here there are different options, like you can have a different kind of units, you can apply different kind of unit stroke like pixels, points, centimeter, inch and much more. So I'm gonna go and apply 25 pixels stroke and I want to choose a color. I need to choose a color, so black. I guess black is fine. So as you can see here, I have already applied a 25 pixel wide stroke onto my diagram. So if I'm going to select this object and then I'm going to go into the stroke paints, you can see there are different kind of swatch sets like HSL, hue, saturation, lightness, hue, saturation, value, RGB, red, green, blue, CMYK, HSLUV, CMS, and different kind of sets of the colors. So you can just choose different kind of sets and then you can shift, you can choose whatever the color you want. And then here you can see you can choose like how much opacity do you want, or there is another option here, like if you want to apply some kind of blur, you can apply blur. If you want to change the opacity, you can right click directly here, or you can just play with this plus and minus sign. Okay, there are different options. All these options are accessible from here to the status bar. You can right click onto the status bar and then you can see you can edit your fill. You can last set color, selected color, invert, white, black. You can copy paste the color. You can even remove the fill if you want to remove from here. And if you are going to go to the edit fill or swap fill and stroke, it's going to bring you to this fill and stroke dialog. Okay, now I'm going to go into the stroke styles. And here into the stroke styles, you can see there are multiple options. The first option is the width of the stroke. What is the width of the stroke do you want? With what unit do you want? And then what kind of stroke do you want? Like what kind of design? Do you want a straight line or do you want a dashed lines, as you can see here? For example, if I'm going to choose such kind of line, so you can see the stroke is applied, but this is just dashed line. Or maybe I can go with the smaller dashes. Maybe like this. Maybe I'm going to go with the full one. And then here what you can do is you can just create some kind of offset. And then there are different options like joints. I'm going to cover these markers just in few moments. And in the joints you can see So this is like how the joint would be wherever there is an intersection between the fill and stroke. So you can choose a miter joint, which is going to create some sharp angles, or you can create a round joint, you can just have a bevel joint, and you can just create an offset. So if you want, you can create the length of the stroke onto the corners. And then caps. For the caps, for example, if I want to select another object and I want to apply some kind of stroke on it, let's say I need to hold the shift key, and then I need to apply 20% gray. And now here, if I want to, now I want to go into the nodes tool to select the line first. This was my line. And now if I'm gonna go into the caps, you can see, like if I want to have just a normal butt cap, you can see the butt cap. If I want to make it round, I can make it the round. And if I want to make it a square cap, you can see I can make it a square cap. So this is for the caps. And here, like into the markers, you can see like you can have a different kind of symbols at the end of the stroke. There are different arrows, there are different diamonds, squares, circles, scissors, and much more. If you want to apply any kind of symbol onto the corner, let's say I want to apply this one. So in this way, I can apply onto the corners on that. Here there are different options if you want to create the symbol on the starting marker, and if you want to create for all the lengths but not on the first and last corners, and this is for the last and corners. So you can apply like that. And you can see here there is also a set of order controls. First, I'm just gonna move this one. I'm gonna go into the selector tool and I'm gonna drop it here down. And now here you can see there is a set of order tools. So what it's going to do is it's going to define the stacking order of fill, stroke, and markers. For example, if I want to bring my stroke to the back of the fill, so what I can do is I can just choose this option. So I need to select this stroke first and it should go back. So look at that, it just went back to the fill. So in this way I can just choose the different kind of stacking options. So in this video what we have seen is like we have looked how to control the Inkscape for working with strokes. We already have seen how we can define stroke formatting as well, and how to use the dashes and marker like arrow marker or diamond, circle, or some square markers. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to support this channel, where you are gonna find a lot of videos and tutorials. And if you are a serious learner, I am gonna highly recommend you can go into the description of this video and you can find my course link, where I have over 5 hours of videos in which I have explained each and every tool in a very detailed video with an example as well. And if you have some projects or assignments or tasks, feel free to write me on my email, which is also given in the description. Thank you.